Hello and welcome everybody to another powered cube draft. I'm Paul Cheon, and today we are sitting at rank at number 42. We fell back just a little bit here, but I'm ready to come back. We had a really nice draft deck in the last one where we got a trophy. We had some amazing games with a nice little flash control concoction. Hopefully we can continue our winning ways and keep climbing here. Now, before we hop into this draft, I did want to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. If you want to buy booster boxes of Lore and Eclipse, or you wanted some singles for your standard, modern, Pioneer, or Commander decks, check out TCGplayer.com and make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also, head on over to HeavyPlay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. They are your one-stop shop for top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and much, much more. Go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. They're also at basically every Magic the Gathering convention. Swing by the booth. Tell them Paul sent you for 10% off in person as well. All right, let's get some power. We had a Soul Ring in the last one. Here, no power. There is Duress, Bitter Triumph, Tinker. Tinker is a fun one. I also enjoy Corey Steelcutter. So I think those are like the two directions I can go. Worldspine Worm, like I don't take this before I take my flash, right? Like you get the flash first. Kaito is interesting, and then there are also some lands here as well. All right, let's dream big. Let's see. I mean, I like Corey Steelcutter, but you know what? Let's first pick Tinker. I mean, this is one of the premier cards if you want to put together an artifacts deck, right? Like this is one of the best things to do. Here there is a Barrowgoyf, but I'm not going to take the risk here. LSV could be in this draft, and he might take this portal. Mightstone and Weakstone on the wheel could be interesting. Again, by first picking a Tinker, I am already locking myself to like a 4-3 finish, just because I'm very bad drafting the artifacts deck. But you know what? I want to spread my wings and showcase that I can do some other stuff outside of just drafting good mid-range decks. So let's try this Tinker in the portal. This is the card that you want to Tinker for. If it wasn't for the Tinker, I would take the Barrowgoyf out of this pack. All right, moving on. Pack 1, pick 3. What do we got? I don't see any artifacts. There's a Mishra's Workshop. I don't really like the Workshop, though, although we do have a portal. Fiery Confluence is obviously very good against... I guess I'll just take the Workshop. I mean, we're just doing the artifact thing, right? Or trying. There's a Bobble. Lurrus, Unholy Heat, Felia. All kinds of good, cheap interaction. Pack 1, pick 5. What do we have? No artifacts in sight. There's a Hallowed Fountain, Zagoth Triumph. Artifact decks typically don't like delve spells because you're playing a bunch of artifacts, not in a bunch of actual spells. So don't think I want to dig through time here. Thundertrap Trainer is interesting because it does find us artifacts. I might just take this just to have like a 2-mana play. It's not the most powerful thing, not the most exciting thing, but you know, certainly in this deck it'll have more than its fair share of targets. But like I just want, you know, Talisman, you know, cards of that nature. And then I have the, of course, the portal to ramp into. The problem here is like, there's not really a good pivot point. So I did take the trainer here. So if this ends up not being the shell that I can play, I guess I can still lean on the trainer plus the bobble as something that lets me maybe play more of a control deck, right? So just like always be mindful, like especially in cube draft, like what's open, what's not. Are there pivot points? What can you do? You know what I mean? And draft accordingly. Good pack here. Force of Negation, Dak Faden, and Legion Extruder. Don't really need the Legion Extruder. There's Dak Faden and I'm going to take Force of Negation here. Just a fine. It's good when you play against like the busted decks. And having some counter magic is good. I do like Dak Faden. It does look like red is somewhat open. So certainly can see a world where we end up drafting like a blue-red deck of some kind. But right now, I'd rather just take the blue card. And that's a card that's just like always going to be totally fine in the decks that I draft. Pack 1, pick 7. I mean, look, where are the artifacts? Where? I do not see them. Not an artifact in sight. There's FOMO and Wasteland. Containment Priest, Prismatic Ending. I guess I'll take Wasteland. I mean, especially if Corey Steelcutter tables, then we are really looking at a possible like blue-red tempo deck, given what we saw. We missed out on Dak Faden. We missed out on a fair number of cards, but, you know. For the sake of fun, okay? For the sake of fun. All right, pack 1, pick 8. There's Evora, I guess. That's a fine 2. There's a Coveted Jewel. Skyclave Apparition, Boomy Unleashed, Bitterbloom. I don't really like Bitterbloom Bear. I guess I'm going to take the Coveted Jewel here. I don't think I'm missing out on too much. Like, Evora is just fine. And Coveted Jewel is also a pretty interesting card to tinker into. But I just don't have any of the cheap artifacts, and it really doesn't look super duper open here. All right, there's Icetail Explorer. That's something to do with Wasteland, possibly. But there's also Bitter Triumph, which is just a really good efficient removal spell. I think I'm just going to take that. All right, moving on here. Pack 1, pick 10. There's Troll of Khazad Doom. Oh, the Corey Steelcutter didn't table, by the way. Burst Lightning and Galvanic Blast. Troll is a decent mana fixer if I decide to go blue-black. If I want to just go red and have some interaction, though, I can also take Burst Lightning, but what has more upside? I guess the Troll has more upside, just because it fixes for mana, and like, if this was a Lightning Bolt, obviously that would be a different story, but let's take this just in case. All right, yeah, black, at least the interaction points in black are pretty open, so I'll take Fatal Push here. Yeah, and this is, yeah, just Unholy Heat's good too. I'm going to take that over Glorybringer. Yeah, just all the removal. Okay. Okay. We're just black or removal cards .deck. There's River Pyre Verge. I think I'm going to take that over Cecil. I don't believe in Cecil. I don't think Cecil is good. All right. I think I am like super close to just going off of the artifacts unless we open Academy, right? Like black was open, and now we're going to have to just try to piece together like perhaps a Grixis mid-range deck or something, just because we didn't see any of the artifacts. But, you know, we got to pivot. Pack 2, pick 1. What do we have? There's Shieldred. I do like Shieldred. And really not much else going on here. So let's go ahead and take that. And at least solidify ourselves in one color here. All right, so let's figure out what this deck is going to look like. This is all of our removal. Okay, and this is our curve. All right, Wooded Foothills is like an awkward land right now. I'm not a big Spell Pierce person. There's a Multiversal Passage. I do think there's a really good chance we're going to be blue-black here, most likely. So I'm just going to take Underground Sea and take it from there. Pack 2, pick 3. That is an Entomb, but we have no reanimation cards. There's Damnation and Goben as well, along with the Darkslick Shores, but I really like Inquisition of Kozilek as a hand disruption spell. So I think I'm going to take that here over some of these other cards. Silly artifact drafters. Cramping my style. All right, pack 2, pick 4. What do we have? Oh, there is an Animate Dead and there's a Library of Alexandria. So this one's actually interesting. Like, this does look like a pretty good library deck. We have a lot of good cheap interaction. There's Animate Dead as well, though. I'm going to take Animate Dead. I'm going to need more playable cards. Like, Library is fine. Library is fine, but, like, this also gives me some outs to potentially, like, ending up in some kind of Reanimator deck. And this is just, like, a good card to always play in these types of decks. All right, pack 2, pick 5. What do we have? There's an Overgrown Tomb, which I don't care for. Don't care for Grave Titan either. There's a Hull Breacher, which certainly has the most upside, so I'm going to take it here and hope to see if I can pick up, like, a Draw 7 type effect here. It's a Batterskull. I don't care about that. There's a Thundering Falls. There's a Talisman. I might just take Thundering Falls here. Don't care about the Oliphant. And I might want to splash red. I'm not sure. But there's nothing in blue-black that I really like here, so. Take the Thundering Falls. This is all like the potential red splash package. Yeah, and because we wasted so many picks here, we wasted 4 picks. I think that's another reason to take something like Animate Dead over Library. Library is nice because it takes the slot of a land, but if you're lacking playables, then all of a sudden it becomes less nice. Pack 2, pick 7. What do we have? Just nothing. This is a tough draft. What is this, like a Pro Tour Cube draft? What's happening here? I guess I'll take Scrubland. I don't love Deathrite Shaman here, not Golos. There is a third path Iconoclast, I suppose. Maybe I take that. Yeah, maybe I just take that. I don't have any white cards. I have some reds fixing already. We need playables. Pack 2, pick 8. I guess that's a reanimation target. Not the best reanimation target. There's Concealing Curtains and Fresh Start. I guess I'll take Concealing Curtains. Whew, I do not like where this draft is going. Like, I really dislike this card. I don't want to play it if I don't have to. There's a Liliana. I mean, I'll certainly take that.
When I win, you're telling
Okay, there's a Spell Pierce and a Wooded Foothills. I should probably take Wooded Foothills. I can't believe there's actually a Wooded Foothills still in the pack. So this does get me red and blue with the Thundering Falls. So that's good. Damnation, certainly I can take that. Playing a sweeper doesn't seem bad. Actually, yeah, I like just really don't like Concealing Curtains. All right, Hymn to Turok can be playable, especially in a heavy black mana base. We're like almost mono black, by the way. I mean, no real even good reason to be blue, to be honest. To be completely honest. Oh, man. Okay, so what is our situation here? 3 red sources. We have a couple of these cards. We're getting all the, like, the white splash cards. So we have this plus the troll gives us 3 white sources. So that's something. So I just need powerful cards. And again, I mean, there's, like, not even that much reason to be blue. Right? But, like, there wasn't really an indication for us to be in another color either. So I don't need Cut Down. There's a Bloodstained Mire, which is, of course, a really, really good land here. It just gives us all the colors. Or I can just take Ragavan and just try to get some free wins that way. Fire Covenant also good, but I have a sweeper and a lot of removal already. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm trying to like set up here to try to get some like free wins. So let's take the Ragavan. Maybe we have to shift over to like a Rakdos deck. I don't know, but we'll see. Thoughtseize is certainly very good along with Lightning Bolt. I don't need Lightning Bolt as much because I have Fatal Push, Bitter Triumph, Heartless Act, and Unholy Heat. So I'm going to take Thoughtseize here. One of the better interactive spells. Ooh, that is a Fury. Fury's really good. There's Oko, Ancient Tomb, Abrade, Nia, Lorien Revealed, but I like Fury a fair amount. All right. Pack 3, pick 4 gives us... There is a Shieldred's Edict, which is another removal spell. There's also Teferi, which is like... I mean, if we just like play all the colors... And I do need just like a random expensive thing to win with. And I have more than enough removal. I'm just going to take it and we're just going to... This is one of those like, you play everything and you're going to figure out the mana as we go. That's kind of where I'm at here. All right, pack 3, pick 5. There is a Watery Grave and a Strip Mine. I don't think this is a Strip Mine deck. None of these other cards look particularly great. I mean, I could just take Watery Grave for more mana fixing. Yeah. I mean, with all the colors that I'm playing, I think that's probably more important. Like, I already have the Wasteland, right? All right, pack 3, pick 6. There's a Grief, which can be okay. Subtlety is kind of hard to cast, but it is a better card. There's also Miscalc. Maybe I just want them. I kind of need a win condition. You know, I'm just going to take Subtlety. Like, I just need more cards that literally let me, like, potentially win the game. Spirebuff Canal seems pretty good. Not really a Dark Ritual deck. More good mana fixing for our 4-color monstrosity here. There's a Creeping Tar Pit, another way to win the game. Bleachbone Verge here as well. I don't really care about the Croxa. All right, Creeping Tar Pit it is. All right, Bloodstained Mire versus Fire Covenant. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Fire Covenant it is. I need playables. As much as Bloodstained Mire is like amazing here, Fire Covenant is a good spell and I need playables. Same thing here. Let's take Night's Whisper. I do need some card draw. Lorien Revealed I will also take. All right, I mean, this is certainly a deck of Magic the Gathering cards. That's all I can say about this. This is a... things didn't go exactly the way that you wanted to, and then now here we are. Okay? Can we piece together something remotely playable after missing out on all these picks here earlier? I think we can. I think we can. So we got 2 land cyclers here too. So I don't think I need talisman. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17. Play an island for that. Yeah, we don't need more. Like, I have all these other swamp. I don't need more than 1 swamp, I don't think. And do we need 2 mountains? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 red sources. And then 8. Does this get a red source? No. So 8 red sources. Okay. I am going to cut this wasteland. That's what I'm going to do. So 8 red sources. Once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blue sources, which is way more than enough. I actually need more black than blue because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 black sources. So let's go 1 more black. I mean, look at my mana. I can cut a blue here. I think I can actually just cut basic island, honestly. Yeah. We can cut the island. And then I think we can probably cut the plains and play another swamp. All right. Well, I'm playing every playable card that I drafted. This is just like 4-color hodgepodge of cards. We'll see what happens. All right, now before round 1 starts, I did want to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, I do have a Patreon. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Access to the Patreon gives you access to a variety of different benefits, including access to my Discord channel, which I believe is a really great way to join a great group of folks looking to up their limited game. I post monthly videos. I'm active in the Discord, and I do monthly streams for the Patreon as well. So if you want to take your game to the next level, check it out. All right, on the play here, yes, I have some lands I will keep. I have the Knight's Whisper, which is going to go a long way. I'm literally playing every single card that I possibly can. I don't have any combos with Hull Breacher. It's a flash creature, and I'm hoping my opponent plays their own draw 7. Wanderbrine Trapper, okay. Okay. Well, Shieldred will certainly be good. I might need to subtlety here. We'll see. Grim Monolith, I can't subtlety that. That is really unexpected after a turn 1 Wanderwine Trapper. You know what I mean? It's like a very odd combination of things here. Let's him them. We got Flame Slash and Vivi out of their hand. I don't think it was that nice. 2 damage. Not going to cycle the Lorien Revealed here. Although now it's like, I'm not sure what I want to do. I can play Shieldred. I don't think I want to. I'm just gonna play this. Because then now I drew the blue source, like I can be a little bit safer. I mean, I can just take it kind of easy. They have 3 cards in hand. Like, playing a Hull Breacher into some stuff seems potentially pretty strong. Gonna take the 2 here. Let's play Hull Breacher. They might just kill it. Alright. I mean, I don't care. All right. Shieldred down. Let's hope this sticks. Expedition map is okay. What is happening here? Okay, so they tried drafting artifacts, but instead ended up with whatever the hell they drafted. Yeah, I mean, this is what would have happened if I stayed the course with artifacts, by the way. No blue card, unfortunately. Although, to be fair, I don't actually have a lot of blue cards. Oh, they got Urza Saga? Yeah, that's respectable. Oh, I should have I messed up. I should have done it on my turn to try to hit a blue card off the subtlety. Yeah. That's my bad. But, I mean, they drew this turn, so they don't really have another spell, I don't think. Alright, what do you got? Reckoner, oh, that's a good one, actually. Inquisition, can't say that I love that one. The question is, do I like fire it off anyways? I just don't think they have anything. Oh, Animate Dead is really interesting. Do I have anything? There's a Hull Breacher. Oh, there's a Vivi. That's kind of cool. Hold on. Is Vivi better than just animating Third Path Iconoclast, actually? I think the Iconoclast is better. I want to keep up subtlety, I think, so I'm just going to chill here. Like, I mean, there's a couple of different ways I can approach this. But, like, I literally just want to play a 3/3 flash creature. Let's just put it that way. I can't do anything to that, right? Creature or spell or planeswalker, sure. They should have used the Mishra's Workshop. I mean, this deck is a little bit of a... This deck's kind of all over the place, so... Okay, maybe getting back to Iconoclast. In my head, it was way better than I thought it'd be. It's not good. All right. Yeah, sometimes Shieldred just stays in play and gets it done. All right. Let's just make a token, see what they're working with. That's a portal to Phyrexia. I guess... Could they have casted? Whatever. Why did it get tapped? Why did that get... Whatever. Alright, yeah. I mean, they had, like, literally, I think that's a really good case study, by the way. They literally basically had the deck that I think our deck would end up looking like if we kept trying to, like, waffle between artifacts and our Tinker start. Now, I'm not saying that my deck currently, as constructed, is any good. I had to pivot away from what I had, and had to just try to put together a bunch of good cards, and this is what we ended up with. There will not be a thumbnail that says best deck ever for this one. All right, opponent on the play here. We have a hand with a lot of removal spells. That's kind of our deck. Last pick removal spells.deck. I mean, I'm going to keep it. Faithless Looting. Oh, this is not a matchup I like. I'll tell you that much. Reanimator. I guess I have Animate Dead. That's like the one card I need to draw. Archon of Cruelty already? Uh-oh. I mean, if they have the turn 2 Archon, that's probably gonna do it here. If they have a turn 3 Archon, then, well, we're, you know, I have the Fire Covenant to kill it. It's not ideal, but it's what we got. Oh my gosh. No way. We drew Animate Dead. Look, they can still kill it and animate dead themselves, but I just think it's hilarious that we top deck Animate Dead. So now they have to kill my Archon and then reanimate it, if possible. Okay, double removal spell. Alright, alright. Fair enough. Fair enough. Huh. Maybe they don't have the reanimation spell? I mean, it's a little bit awkward here. Like, I really want to play the Creeping Tar Pit to play the Shieldred. But if they have a way to reanimate this thing, I really want to just play Fire... I really want to just be able to kill it right away. I guess I just play this. The way I look at it is, if they reanimate this... then I'll just Fire Covenant it. And if not, then we'll just figure out what else to do. Okay, that's a Fable, sure. It's good. Let's kill the token. And let's see. I don't think this can get me a white source, unfortunately. So I'm going to hold off on it for now. Let's play Shieldred. Now, again, if they reanimate the Archon, we are just... Oh, they didn't discard? Okay, so we're dead. Yeah. Wait, can this target enchantments? No. Alright, well, we drew a Heartless Act. So I can kill it with that. Can I get a white? I don't think I can get a white. That's like a big miss, not being able to get a white source with this. But yeah. Let's kill it. Oh, wait. I screwed up. Oh my gosh, Paul. I screwed up. I could have used Fire Covenant to kill both of those things. Alright, the hope is they just play like one more creature here. And then I can Fire Covenant. Oh. Well, this is frustrating. Alright, so that's a death. This is a lot of action. A lot of redundancy here. I'm at 9 life, and I mean, we're still in a really rough spot. They have a Palantir going, a Virtual Persistence that's 2 mana away from activating. Okay, do you know what? The third Archon of Cruelty will get it done. Great deck, Plecho. Great deck. Like, if you have a bunch of ways to get the Archon into your graveyard, the deck looks great. That was like 3 reanimation spells. And we even got to animate that it ourselves, so... Alright, on the play here, we're going to keep this. No red source for the Ragavan, but, you know, it is what it is. We have our other colors. We have 8 red sources in our deck, so, you know. Booster Tutor, okay. The only thing I don't like about Booster Tutor is it takes people like way too long to actually pick a card because you open an entire pack. But it's a fun card for sure. All right, they took Elvish Mystic, okay. Slowed him down a little bit. That's a Hull Breacher, okay. Might be a counterspell. Sure. Hey, that's the best the Hull Breacher will actually be for us, so... Now we get to resolve Shieldred and play Liliana and, you know... Play our little 4-color mid-range deck. Okay. No Shieldred for you.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
Attack for 4. They missed on a land drop there, so that's kind of rough. Leovold, okay. That's a subtlety. So Ragavan doesn't really do that much here. So let's just discard it, I guess. Wait, does this do anything against discard? No, it just can't draw more than one card, sure. Echo of Eons? Well, okay. They have to block here, so... so they're at 5. If they resolve Echo of Eons, they're just going to get super killed by this Shieldred. But maybe they do it for fun. Snapcaster for what? They don't have a black man. Oh, Auto Tapper got them. Alright. Well, we got one. Okay? It's going to be a hard-fought road here. Oh, no. We got 2, actually. That's, you know what? I would have set the line at like 2.5 wins with this deck, so let's keep it going. Alrighty, opponent on the play here. We have magic cards in our hand, so I will keep. Well said, Paul. Hallowed Fountain. Oh, okay, there's a Thundering Falls. I'll hold off on the Surveil decision. Right now, like, lands or spells are both fine, so if I have a different tap land to play, it's, like, generally fine to do so. Okay. I don't really want to use a subtlety, so... Yep. God, my deck is so bad. This is... Look, this is, we are going to try our best, folks. Okay? One of those spots. Do I have a mountain in my deck? Gosh, I sure hope so. Okay. I assume I do. Yeah, our mana is kind of a mess, but whatever. Soul Guide Lantern, yep. Alright, they're going to crack it to draw a card. All right, they're cracking their wooded foothills. Elegant Parlor. Okay, I mean, there's a decent chance Subtlety actually eats something here. Okay. Ooh, they didn't want the Tameo. Look, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? We got a card off of that, and now we're basically all in here. I have Unholy Heat available. I have a Surveil land. I assume, like, they're gonna want to kill the Teferi here with whatever they have. I hope it's not a Fractured Identity. That would be really bad. Do they have Delirium, Creature, Artifact? No, that's just a Coalition Relic. Okay. Putting a charge counter on it. Okay. Let's draw a card here. Maybe I should have actually Inquisition first. I might have wanted to top this, but yeah, let's still Inquisition them. So Force of Negation and Pest Infestation. And Echo of Eons. Okay, so they're on the Echo of Eons plan. I mean, Pest Infestation seems very, very good here, so let's just take that. And then we will dash this in. Attack. We hit a Nettle Cyst. Sure. They do have a Force, but I kind of want to, well... Let's just play Nettle Cyst. And... yeah. Alright, so they're gonna cast Echo of Eons, but we have a superior board, so... Oh my gosh, never mind, they're gonna top deck Itali. Holy cow, okay. They hit a Force of Negation and a Talisman. Okay. Wow, that was about as bad of Itali as you can get. So now we can get this out of here. And they're just dead, right? All right. I guess they were also trying to put together some kind of artifact package. You're going to have a lot of failed artifact decks. And that's why, like, the win rates of just the more consistent archetypes, like some mid-range decks, just do better. It's not because, like, the ceiling is always better. In fact, it's almost always lower. It's just, you just get these decks that don't do anything, right? Like, you try to put together combos. I mean, you saw the other artifact opponent, where it's just like, everybody wants to do artifacts. How, as far as cube content creators that you all follow, it's probably all of you follow LSV. So guess what? If you follow what he does, a lot of people are going to want to draft artifacts, even if it's bad. So I just feel like you're going to see a lot of these where if there are like 3 artifact drafters at a table, just no shot anybody's going to have anything playable. Well, hey, getting to 3 wins with this deck, I consider that a victory, okay? It's all good here. Opponent on the play, okay, well, I hope, I mean, I'm going to keep this hand, but this is I hope my opponent is on all creatures type of hand. And they led with Misty Rainforest. Not ideal. Not ideal. Now let's play a tap land here. If it's a land, I guess I keep. Fatal Push, I definitely don't need. I mean, the game plan here is to just get that Liliana and play. Yeah, like, Xander's Lounge is absolutely not the land that I want my opponent to play. And this is where, like, yeah, having too much removal is not great. You know, also, I will say, I think I probably do need to make some updates here in terms of my approach to the format, because, like, nobody's on Boros. There's just far less aggressive players. And in that instance, like, you know, like, I mean, granted, I didn't really have a choice. Like, removal spells were the only things that were available for me to take. You know what I mean?
Enough with the mysteries. Sacrifices must be made.
All right. At least Liliana got to kill the Sirach without any... Oh. Yep, yep.
The sun is warm. The air is sweet.
That will, in fact, get it done.
We are dark.
We do have a bitter triumph, though, so it's fine,
Oh,
I guess.
to leave.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Bitter triumph. Hold on. I gotta think here. Yeah, I'm gonna just discard a card. I'm just gonna discard Fire Covenant. Because I want to play Night's Whispers. It's just so... I'm just taking so much damage, you know? And I want to give them the opportunity to play another creature here so that I can play Damnation. If they don't play another creature, I can just play Fury, right? You can't... What do you have? You're splashing a counterspell or something? They sure are. Wait, what are you? I guess blue-green splash... okay. I didn't think they were base blue, honestly, given what I saw. Alright. Good beats. Okay, so let's go Damnation. Dash this in. There's a Shielder's Edict. Bobble. We have Heartless Act and a Ragavan. Past Infestation. Do we even see their targets? Did they target nothing? Whatever, I'll just in case. So they have an island on top. So they just didn't target my artifacts? Oh, because I can sack both of them. I see. Well, well, well. 2 cards in hand. I guess I wish I had the Fire Covenant now. We know they have an island on top. Alright, we'll just pass. I don't know. I just thought my life total might be relevant, but now, like, I'm at 10 life. I wish I was at 7. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, just another, like, red, green, black. Yeah, just another, like, 4-color good stuff deck. But, yeah. And I can't say that, like, I feel like I have an edge against any of these decks. At least deck-wise. That is a Fury, okay. Oh. That was a mana drain. Okay. Yeah, Fiery Confluence would have been really freaking good here. Alright, well, I need to chump with the Ragavan, I guess. Not Fiery Confluence, you know what I mean. That was actually more action than I thought that they had in hand. Mana Drain plus Fury. Or Fire Covenant, rather. I mean, that's a good lesson in just like... I think that was like a close call. I just didn't think I had the life to spare given how aggressive, given like the type of hand that my opponent had. But obviously this would have been a completely different game if I had access to the Fire Covenant. These games have been going super quick though. I try to keep my videos over an hour. Let's see if we can squeeze some extra value here out of some of these matches. I'll look at the top of my deck to see if it's something that I want. Getting to double black for the him might be tricky. I mean, certainly this should be able to get a black source, but... Okay, Mox Pearl. Okay. It might be a quick match, folks. They got a reprieve, okay. If it's a black source, okay, I'm going to keep that for sure. So I'm not going to fetch. Okay, and that's a creeping tar pit. I guess I'll play that as well. But now they have a reprieve that we have to play around. I can get the blue-red surveil. Oh, honestly, wait, do I have a red-white land? I don't think I do. That's a different draft. I have 2 Godless Shrines. Okay, 1 damage. A Johnny. Are they sandbagging their land, really? Just like... Oh, they just don't have it! Okay, well that changes things. Do I want Spire Bluff Canal here? Nah. Okay, I hope they don't have a counterspell. Okay, that's good. I mean, look, we're not even up a card in that exchange, by the way. The Thundertrap Trainer got them the reprieve. We're not up a card at all. Just so you all know. It's awkward because, like, I make them use the reprieve, but, like, I don't know. Like, maybe this will resolve... Oh, never mind. They use No More Lies. Okay. They're stuck on lands, and I don't have a whole lot of action here. My deck is, like, all removal spells. I think they might have a threat that they want to play, but obviously they also have the reprieve, so it's a little bit tricky. I suppose I can just... Maybe I'm supposed to just not play anything there. Oh, never mind. They have a land. Whatever. I'm gonna wait. I might as well wait till I can offspring this. Oh, never mind. They're gonna try to get to 7 cards here. Yeah, that's my bad. Okay. Then I am going to dig here, actually, then. Yeah, I forgot about that. Maybe I was supposed to just keep jamming. Well, I mean, to be fair, I didn't think about library. They just, like... That was the land they drew, and now they're... Yeah. But I had a couple turns to, like, to respond to that, so... Yeah, I mean, this just seems like a tough matchup. Like, I just... My guess is they likely have, like, a very, very good version of some kind of a control deck here. Like, how many stupid counterspells did you draft? All of them, I guess. Ah, yeah, this one's not going to be a good draft, folks. I think we're going to lose. Well, they did get down to 5 cards, okay. I don't understand that. They must have another way to get to 7 here. They didn't make a token earlier either. Will they make one now? I mean, all I have is Shieldred, so... Okay, so they're not going to make a construct here. I might actually shift my approach right now. I actually feel like because what I'm seeing, at least early on here, day one of Cube, I think, yeah. I think being this, like, playing a lot of, like, heavy creature removal is not the right strategy. So try it like a more proactive approach, you know, with less removal and more, whatever, hand disruption. Mana Crypt, Mox Pearl, great. Yeah, like Jace, I mean, all these cards. So, like, yeah, just like, but they've been just like destroying red-white so much. It's like, it's actually just kind of hard to put together a good deck, but maybe something like what my opponent's doing, actually. Just play creatures, you know? Just play creatures. The problem is, like, my deck didn't have enough card draw to, like, to keep digging here. Okay, I mean, they got some nonsense in here too. Like Detective's Phoenix here doesn't look great, but yeah, I don't think we're. This is a really, really rough spot. They have 3 cards. I guess we go. I have to let them attack me first, and then I have to Heartless Act this thing so that the Detective's Phoenix doesn't attack me, and then I can maybe go for Damnation. I mean, they have 4 spells, so it's just, I can't imagine us being able to win this game. Comet? Showdown? Sure. All right. Well, you know, we are getting hit with a little bit of reality, but honestly, getting 3, like, when you have messy drafts like this and you can still get 3 wins, like, you have to consider that a win, right? And so, it's all good. It's all good. Like, our opponent had a deck that had way more card draw, more counter magic, a more focused game plan, and for us, we kind of threw away a bunch of early picks here to, like, try to put together an artifact deck, and ultimately that just ended up costing us, right? Where we just, like, you know, if those 4 cards were 4 good, relevant, powerful effects, then maybe we would have had a better situation here. But all in all, like, the issue with this deck is not enough card draw, way too much removal, right? We had some interaction. I mean, look, like, but it's just, you know, like, our deck was just basically all removal, right? And in a metagame where everybody is on Boros, I think this is actually not bad. But, which is why when I drafted this deck, I thought maybe it would actually do better than it seems. But I feel like, given how things have changed, I feel like I want more of what you see here on the left side. Obviously, Trumpeting Carnosaur was like a card that I just had to play. But at the same time, I mean, look, this was just, you know, and I want to showcase this as well, right? It's just like, not every draft goes smoothly. I actually probably should have just played the Concealing Curtains. I just dislike this card greatly. But I just feel like, I think it's also important to showcase the drafts that don't go so well, because not every single draft goes perfectly, right? And if you see a content creator where every single video is just a trophy, well, they're just lying to you, right? Because, like, you know, Kenji also doesn't really cherry pick his drafts either, where, like, you know, we can still be high mythic rank players and still have a 2-3 or a 3-3 draft here and there. And I think it's just as important to learn from those mistakes, or just know, right, that sometimes drafts just don't go well. And this was one of those instances. So I hope that's at least something that you can take away, because clearly there were a lot of holes with this deck. You know, I probably had going back at it. You know what? We have time. Let's do a quick draft review. Okay, assume that I first picked the Tinker into the portal. Like, yes, I could have taken Corey. Like, had I taken the Corey Steel Cutter, and I think moving forward, I'm just not going to do artifact stuff. I think if I went Corey Steel Cutter, I would have had Barrow-goyf, right? And that would have been a way better start, right? And assuming that I had that start, then I probably take Fiery Confluence because this is still just a good card. But instead, I took a Mishra's Workshop, okay? And then if I head down that direction here, so at this point we have a Corey Steel Cutter, a Fiery Confluence, and a Barrow-goyf. And then now you could potentially make the argument that I wanted to take an artifact, so I took the Bauble. But you can also make the argument for taking Lurrus of the Dream Den if I wanted to give up on the Barrow-goyf. But alternatively, I could also just take Felia, which is the best card in this pack, right? One of the best cards in the pack. And if I had the Felia, I would have Fiery Confluence and Felia, and a Barrow-goyf, and a Corey Steel Cutter. So I think you could make the case that you should take either the Felia or the Lurrus here. This is just assuming I had more of a mid-range start. And then moving on from here, I'd probably just take Amped Raptor as just like an aggressive card. And I think there was actually a lane here to be aggressive, but I was just blinded by all these artifact cards. Like here, I mean, I could just take Giver of Runes, right, with a Felia. That's a good base. Felia, Giver of Runes. Moving on to this pack. Then I probably take Containment Priest because Containment Priest combos very well with Felia. Fear of Missing Out also a totally fine pick here. But I like this combo. Then we saw the late Skyclave Apparition. Yeah, I just wasn't looking at the white cards. So that's my mistake. That is my mistake. Like, white was definitely reasonably open here, and there was something I could do. Then I just take like a burn spell here, move on, take Grim Lavamancer. Maybe I take, Grim Lavamancer, sure. Unholy Heat. Yeah. And I think we had like the base of a potential Boros deck. Absolutely. Then pack 2, this is where like everything just changes because based on the cards that I picked. But, if I was Boros, I would have taken the Discharge into a Thraben Inspector. No, Wooded Foothills probably, and try to get a red-white land. Then we take the Solitude. I did mention that. Solitude here into, honestly, probably Legend of Roku. Yeah, Legend of Roku. Jetmirror's Guard is interesting because you can fetch for it. And then in this pack, we take... Ooh, I don't actually know. Could take Jite, but this is not as creature-centric of a format. Like, people are just doing janky stuff. Enduring Innocence is an interesting card as a card draw engine. I don't know how good it is in Boros specifically, but perhaps you need to build Boros a little more mid-range, and the Enduring Innocence can be good. Here, you can take a 1-drop or the Oliphant. Maybe just take the 1-drop. You can also take Batterskull if you feel like you want to gamble on Stoneforge Mystic. Then there's Magda. Yeah. Oh, Wooded Foothills tabled, right? Yeah. Okay. And then we get the Jetmirror's Garden for the Wooded Foothills. Yeah. So, I mean, there you have it. Like, I just feel, and then we take the Ragavan. So, yeah, I'm not saying that the deck was going to be insane or anything, but I do feel like a Boros deck in my seat would have given me a much, much better deck than what we ended up with. Yeah, take a Strip Mine here or Esper Sentinel. Sure, I can play Hellrider. Abandoned Air Temple actually seems great. No, actually, I'll probably take Elite Spellbinder because I need playables. Yeah. Bloodstained Mire, perfect. Yep. Okay. Hey, and it's good to actually go back on the draft and actually see, because I was trying to draft like Control or Artifacts when like the white aggro decks were open. The problem for me was it was really hard to make that pivot. Like, there's a natural pivot after the first few picks to actually go from like Thundertrap Trainer Bauble into, for example, like a Control deck with Trapper and Bauble. To do a complete 180 and just start taking random white aggressive cards is really tough from the spot that we were at. So I think it was just tough. But yeah, this is what I get for first picking Tinker. Hope you all learn. When you try to do those things, you can sometimes fail, and we certainly did. Got some gems back. We will learn from this and move on, and hopefully we do better in tomorrow's video. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Also, check out TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. If you want to buy some booster boxes or you wanted some singles for your collection or constructed decks, check out TCGplayer.com and make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below. below before making any purchases. Last but not least, go to heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. They are your one-stop shop for top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and much, much more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.